Welcome back to another video. This is not a boxing video, but this is a video about the women's basketball, the WNBA. Everyone's talking about it, and since basketball was my main sport, I mean, I did play professionally overseas for a few years, so that is my interest. This is mainly a boxing channel, but let's talk about this whole Caitlin Clark effect. So, super stud basketball player who played at Iowa, and she basically has broken all kinds of records. She holds the overall all-time leading scoring record at this point. I believe she broke I think the three-point record as well, which I think was held by Steph Curry. And she's basically an awesome player. I mean, she just is. And wherever she goes, people gravitate towards her. So, what's the issue? So the issue is the WNBA has been a failing product for the last 25 years. It's never made money, and it's always been subsidized by the NBA. So it's really not been a successful business. But since Caitlin Clark has come in town, and let me also mention, Angel Reese, who she had a rivalry with in college, is also a very good player. She's also bringing attention to the league. And there's also a pretty blonde girl called, something Brink. I forgot her first name. Dang, it's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, her last name's Brink. I'll put a picture up of her on the screen. She looks like a Swedish model. And these three rookies are attracting a lot of attention in the WNBA. Now, some of these basketball players that are veterans, they're just hating on these girls. It's not just Caitlin Clark. You can tell they don't like the attention that they're getting. These girls have raised the bar, and more people are watching. They're now getting chartered flights to games instead of flying commercial with all the other regular folks that are on the plane. And there's just more eyeballs coming to the game. So if the games were getting 5,000 coming, now they've got 15, 17, 20,000 people coming to the game. So it's attracting a lot of attention. And these old guards don't like it. And they're kind of hating on these girls. And it's ridiculous. I'm just going to be upfront and honest. One of the reasons why these girls are popular, in my opinion, and I think in most men's opinion, is the WNBA doesn't attract the gaze of men to watch them because a lot of them are butch lesbians. Nothing against lesbians, but let's be honest, that's not really what you want to watch. When we watch sports, they either have to be just as talented, like a Serena Williams, or they have to look pretty like a Anna Kournikova, or some of the other like tennis players, or like the volleyball players. They have to have something that's going to attract your gaze to want to watch. Otherwise, you're just going to watch the NBA because they dunk and the women can't dunk, and they shoot from further and the women can't shoot from as far, except Caitlin Clark, which is why she's bringing the eyeballs. And these new girls, Caitlin Clark included, the Brink girl and the Angel Reese girl, they're all good looking. I mean, I know looks is relative, but they bring eyeballs because they look good and they look feminine and they act feminine and they dress feminine when they come to the games, and it's bringing a lot of attention. So I'm not saying that's the only reason that people are watching, but it's one of the reasons. Also, Caitlin Clark is in a league full of butch black lesbians, and she's a feminine looking white girl. So it's more appealing to the majority of Americans. I mean, it is what it is. There's no point apologizing for it. It is what it is. So it's bringing the eyeballs because, one, she can hoop. Two, she looks like the majority of Americans, so she's more relatable. There's nothing wrong with that. And three, I forgot what my third point is, but you know what I'm saying. Either way, she can hoop. She looks like the majority of Americans, and she's feminine. That was my other point. So same with, that's it, Cameron Brinks, that's her name. Cameron Brinks, that's the blonde lady. I think she went to Stanford to play college. She's tall, she's like my height, she's 6'4", she's good looking. She's gonna bring eyeballs to the game, and the veterans are hating it. They're fouling these rookies extra hard. The league really needs to protect these girls before someone gets injured, and they really need to bring in other players that look more like them so that the league can be monetarily successful. What would you rather watch? Pretty model-esque girls playing basketball that can actually play, or butch girls that look like me? They're female, but they just look like me. You don't want to watch that, right? And they can't dunk and do all the other stuff. So I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm just telling it as it is. So please don't be offended if you're a lesbian or if you're a little less feminine. I'm just telling you what the average male gaze wants to watch. And other females that are not necessarily butch in that sense, they also want to see other females that can play, that are feminine, but don't have to give up their femininity just to be able to play basketball. So it's a win-win for the league, but they're really shooting themselves in the foot if they keep going in this direction. So, you know, it's kind of controversial. No one get mad. It's just my opinion. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.